Before we are starting this podcast, I'm just wanting to be specifying that, so a couple of videos ago I was saying that I was going to be going back to be doing weekly uploads, and as you can be seeing, this video was a bit delayed. If you're expecting my usual Sunday usually uploads, which that is the day that I'm usually uploading, the answer for that is, it ain't because I was lazy or just not feeling like it. But it was nothing that was really my fault. What was happening is my computer was crashing. Literally, it was falling off its stand and severing its power cord. And at first, I was having to know what was wrong with it. I was thinking, since it was not starting because it was severing its power cord, I was thinking that the computer was just not working. And so eventually I was finding out that it was the power cord that was broke. So hopefully none of that stuff ain't ever happening again. I am thinking that that the usual weekly uploads are going to be back, but again, I ain't ever making no promises on really anything because you already know what is going to be going down. But anyway, with that all cleared up, let's get right into it. Hey, weekly uploads are back. I'm hoping to be getting the weekly uploads, for sure back, having a consistent schedule. Content is more easier to be finding now, kind of because, um, I don't know, we just got some more ideas, and I'm getting an easier time getting a hold of Joe Mama here. Not that easy because I've trying to be getting a hold of him all week, and he's just now responding to me. Anything to be adding on to that?
No, not really. You go with it.
Sure. Now, we have talked about this topic, kind of touched upon it in one of the last episodes, and it is a very important issue in and around YouTube, which is the issue of what YouTube is all about. They're kind of they're really saying that that it ain't really what they're about at all, and that is just what they're not wanting to be. But no, that is exactly what they are. Favoritism. And that is all that YouTube is. What they saying that they ain't, but they are. So, Joe Mom, do you want to be starting on this? Kind of starting the bringing up the first point here.
Yes. So, YouTube has quite obviously favoritism, but I think it's not just YouTube either. I think Twitch definitely has this too. If you don't mind us talking about that too.
Yeah, you can make a short point about that.
Yeah. So, recently, you know who FaZe Jarvis is?
I've been hearing of him. Is he the? Is he connect? Is that the same thing as FaZe Rug?
Yeah, they're in the same clan that plays video games. Started out with Call of Duty, big things, but FaZe Jarvis, roughly a year ago, was banned on I think Fortnite. He was banned on Fortnite for aimbotting, and then uploading it to YouTube, and he's still suspended. But he was also, I think, banned off Twitch. Like another YouTuber called Leafy is here, who was recently terminated off of YouTube.
Oh, he was terminated. Really?
Yeah. Have you heard of that? He got terminated out of nowhere.
No, I was hearing that he was kind of gone off the grid, but now he is officially terminated now, right?
Yeah, no, it went from I think he got suspended at first. He got 2 strikes, but then they got them removed sometime in April. Maybe I think it was April. He got 2 strikes on his channel after coming back, and then those 2 got removed. And then 3 weeks ago, he got completely terminated. He got 9 strikes or something all at once.
Why is that?
He made a lot. I think like legally he went into harassment on a streamer called Pokimane, and just a few days ago he was also banned off Twitch. Even though there's a streamer called Alinity, who she physically hurt her cat. The reason why Leafy was banned is because he made a joke about killing some protesters and rioters. But Alinity, you know who she is, right?
No, I've never heard of her.
So Alinity is a female Twitch streamer that threw her cat over her head and gave it vodka, which is poisonous to cats. Yeah.
To give her cat vodka.
Yeah, dude. She gave it vodka, and she didn't get banned, and she
didn't get banned.
Yeah, she broke the animal abuse rules, but Twitch has favoritism, so they immediately banned Leafy.
Oh.
But not this girl.
That is bad. That is just wrong.
Yeah, dude.
I think weren't you saying something about that with like another YouTuber named Susie Lou, I believe?
Yeah, Susie Lou. I think she just she's breaking the. Let's see. She was breaking the content. She's really like, dude, I'm stuttering, but he said she broke this content rules where you're not allowed to re-upload people's content, and she was essentially just re-uploading other people's content, but she had her face cam on it, so it was called a reaction, so she was able to get away with it, but then other people would get banned for doing the exact same thing.
I was thought to know that getting banned for a reaction video was a thing.
Yeah, well, it's as if you actually react. She literally just had a face cam over this whole entire thing.
So she was not even reacting.
Yeah, she's barely reacting, dude.
Well, either that is just she ain't having a really good reaction because, well, I mean, I think that that might be happening if I was creating a reaction channel. I'm thinking that I'd be getting the reactions that most folks are wanting, but or she just doing kind of, I would not illegal, but YouTube terms, illegal re-uploads.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, so, and then, what I was saying, like, we'd been touching on, like, the Susie Lou thing back a couple podcasts ago, and it was seeming like, what I was kind of gathering, and it was seeming like somebody at YouTube was
simping.
Yeah, they had some thing that they were just saying, like, we can be banning all the other people, and except, like, Susie Lou, like, he's, like, protecting her as much as he can, because for some reason, like whatever's going on.
Well, I guess essentially because she was told that that it goes against the guidelines, and she continued to break it. Like, people would tell her this goes against the guidelines, but YouTube never did anything about it. And then nobody. So Leafy, I think that's why it's such a big deal, is because Leafy had no warnings at all, and he was instantly terminated. Like at or was it midnight or 11 at night my time?
Kind of sounding like you.
Yeah, dude. He was just instantly gone.
Yeah, any idea what was happening to your channel? Any further ideas?
Yeah, dude, I have a new one now. I'm not sure why, but so the channel went gone. I'm pretty sure my friend was trolling me about it.
So as I was saying, YouTube, they're saying always that their guidelines is, they're, if you're wanting to be seeing a video of all kind of a lot of the reasons that YouTube is just not, YouTube is kind of a bit dumb. You can be looking at my third podcast titled it's Monster Mash Episode 3, YouTube is Dumb, but like this one we're like talking about just the favoritism reason, because the favoritism reason is like I would be saying the most biggest and the most important issue of all of YouTube's problems. And because YouTube, they're always saying, I think I was touching on this in the podcast that I was just referring to. YouTube is always saying their guidelines and everything that they're doing is completely strict. There's no one is above YouTube. No one can be bending the rules even at all a bit, which that is true. Which with a lot of channels, but except a lot of the channels, especially channels that are bigger channels. And, even though, as much as YouTube can be defending themselves, saying that ain't what they're doing at all, you can be looking into, channels, kind of bigger channels, and then channels that have been terminated. You clearly be seeing that is what it is. And, one of the examples that I was thinking was really jarring almost was, so the channel Super Mario Logan, if you know what that is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
dude. Oh my god, that was my childhood.
You got it. You were getting into that when you were I don't know, 12, I think.
Oh yeah, dude, I loved Jeffy when I was such a little kid, dude.
You were 12 when you were first discovering it. I remember you were coming to my Halloween party, and
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then you were pretending like you were smacking your diaper, in front of everyone, and you were 12 at the time or something like that.
No, I did that. So you had those puppets, and one of them looked exactly like the Jeffy one. So that's what I started doing with that. I started going, oh.
Yeah, well, you were in the living room with everybody around, doing that to yourself too.
I don't remember that, dude, but I remember definitely doing it with the puppet.
But anyway, so the creator the channel
also,
yeah.
Disclaimer: I was really, really stupid when I was 12. So, don't cyberbully me, please.
No, I was when that year I was almost going to be uploading the home phone video.
Oh, dude.
If everybody is watching this is out of the know what we were talking about. It's just stuff that was going on several years ago, which someday. The most infamous moment was the aforementioned home phone video that I recorded back in fall 2018, which I'll be uploading someday. I will be uploading that someday. Probably after you're doing your face reveal when you do that. But no, it'll be coming someday. It's hilarious. But going back on topic here, the channel Super Mario Logan, which actually is a channel that is still around, they make these plush and puppet videos of them just these guys just making these funny videos with their plush and puppets. It's actually really some of the new stuff ain't that good, but some of the new stuff is really good too. But now they're now under Super Bowser Logan. They used to be was starting out as Super Mario Logan, and then that account was getting demonetized, and then they're becoming Super Luigi Logan, which got demonetized too. And now they're on Super Bowser Logan, which you can be looking for them there. No, they check them out. They're funny. And so what it is that channel, they have always kind of been, because they're making, these videos with plushes, Super Mario and Nintendo plushes, and also just puppets. And this stuff is attracting kids, which, a lot of their fan base is kids, which, the videos, a lot of them ain't for, folks of a young enough age, and they've tried to be making it family friendly, and some of the stuff now, there's some jokes that they ain't trying to be, they're not directly being, you know, they make some jokes that are, you know, the kids will not be getting, for a reason, but anyway, they've gotten a lot of, flack over the years because of their parents. Like, if you look up, like, Super Mario Logan in the news, there's been these newspapers, like, articles, and, like, news, like, they've been on Good Morning America, too, about saying, like, these newspapers and, like Good Morning America, warning parents about the channel because they're saying that it's, not appropriate for the kids. And really, I mean, well, it ain't, but I would be saying that if your kid is too young or, should not be watching that, do something about that. There's ways to be having restrictions on your YouTube, which really, that's another point I'm just going to be going into real quick, that YouTube, they've got all these restrictions on there about what you can be doing or not doing, and like with the new thing that was coming in like last year with the whole COPPA and the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, and what my opinion is on that is, I mean, yeah, they're trying to be protecting kids, but there's YouTube Kids. There's restricted mode. If the parents are concerned about their kids watching stuff they ain't wanting the kids to be watching, well, then put some restrictions that ain't that hard. There's you can customize stuff, and it really ain't nothing to be making a lot of fuss about. So YouTube, I think you should just be saying, well, tough if your kids ain't seeing stuff they ain't wanting to be seeing. That's your fault that you ain't putting some restrictions on there. That's just kind of the thing I was touching on right there. So Super Mario Logan, when it was Super Mario Logan, the channel was on there, like the channel that they're on now, Super Bowser Logan. The guys and the videos, they're still like Super Mario Logan, but like the original channel Super Mario Logan, they've left because that was demonetized. And because they've gotten a bunch of flack from the parents and stuff that were, saying that their content is not really appropriate for kids. And, just do not be letting your kids watching that, That's my opinion. And so what was happening is that Good Morning America, I believe it was, this was right around the time that Logan Paul was uploading that video about him going into the Japan suicide forest and then just finding some dead bodies, and it's like, oh dude, oh guys, look Logan, whole gang, look at this, I found a dead body, look at this is so cool. It's just stuff like that, not what you do when you find a dead body. It's like, oh cool, look, I found a dead body, that ain't what you're doing. And so that was right around that time. And so I think Good Morning America and some other news outlets like that, whatever the Good Morning America is, like, whatever the news story that is connected to those kind of shows, was going to actually be doing one on Logan Paul and his stuff, his like recent stuff with like the dead bodies and stuff. But the thing is, they could not be getting a good reach on Logan Paul, so they're going to the other channel, Super Mario Logan, because Logan Paul, Super Mario, this got the same name. And I was like, oh well, I heard this channel's got some flack. Let's just be attacking them. And all the while, like Logan Paul, he's just getting away with his videos that, I mean, Logan Paul, he needs to be off. Someone needs to tell his mom to be taking the computer away from him. Get the belt out. Both Jake and Logan, get the belts out for them. But like Jake Paul and Logan Paul, they're doing this stuff that they're getting away with, and then like YouTube and other places like that, by the time all the news stories and they were on Good Morning America's and Super Mario Logan, they were done. Their channel was, no, it's obviously still on there, but there's no ads, no monetization, no nothing with them. And they, well, all the while Logan Paul is sitting there in his throne with a pile of money, and just off his trashy content. And because he's a bigger channel that's successful, and I don't even know why YouTube is liking him, because he's going totally against their so-called guidelines, which, you know, I ain't saying disobey the guidelines, but, you know, there's stuff they ain't. I mean, since there's a good chance that, you know, you can be doing stuff that is against those and then get away with it. I ain't saying that you should be, because that could be leading to some not cool stuff. But that it's favoritism. That's all it is. Why? I don't know why YouTube is liking Logan and Jake Paul. They've been around on YouTube for how long? Uploading this really bad. Like, who? I don't know who's wanting to be watching them. Like, why are they? Why is YouTube still recommending their content? They ain't even demonetized. They've been around for how long? A long time. Like back in their days on Vine, even like their Vine days, they were not that bad when they were on Vine. But then they got their YouTube channels. Then they go, you know, they go ape shit with their content, and like why? Why is YouTube liking this? Why is anybody liking this? Well, for one thing, but YouTube, I really ain't getting it. And then they go and attack these other channels like Super Mario Logan, because parents are saying that their kids are watching stuff that they should not be, when the parents should really be, you know, paying attention to what their kids are watching and how they are accessing like the internet and stuff like that. So that's a big point there that I was finding really interesting. Like, that was kind of inspiring me to be doing this this podcast here. That was inspiring, like this topic, because I was obviously already touching on it on my podcast a couple podcasts ago, but then after that I was finding out about the whole like Super Mario Logan got attacked and not Logan Paul, and then I was thinking, well, here's an even bigger point to bring up, because I mean, why is YouTube even needing favoritism? You know, it's toxic, I would be saying. And I'm not trying to be saying that spreading something that YouTube is toxic, because a lot of it ain't. There is a lot of good stuff on there, but like YouTube, the company itself, like what is going on in those offices? What is going on with Susan Wojcicki, whatever her name is? Like, is she? I feel like she might be part Karen. Was her mom? I'm out of know. Yeah. So yeah, what's your thoughts about that kind of stuff?
Dude, I think it's completely stupid that they have the favoritism thing. Even though they say it's being applied, you know, fairly and directly to everybody, you know. And then they're over here just not banning people who are quite clearly, you know, even breaking the law in certain cases with copyright. Dude, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, yes. Believe that there's something along the lines of that, like, weren't you looking up, like, I think that for some reason I'm just thinking of like there's like a dark side of YouTube, kind of, you know, where things can just like fly and will be not, they'll just be kind of, you know, untouched by YouTube, unlooked over. Like weren't you like looking up something? There was like you were looking up like kids getting beat up, and there's like a bunch of videos about just with kids.
Yeah, no, I looked up how to cook a baby, and there's a video of somebody cooking
I was already saying that, and a couple podcasts ago, But in that same podcast, you were looking up like kids getting beat up. And there was a bunch of YouTube videos about kids getting beat up or something like that.
Yeah, no, on YouTube there was like something called like Live Leaker. There was like where you could watch people fight. There was a Live Leak channel too.
Yeah, well, like fight. Well, if it's like a boxing match or like something like that, I would not be that.
Yeah, there's a. I looked up right now. There's one of them of. It says Live Leak video shows elderly dude shooting at an apartment manager, or suspect fatally shoots man in parking garage.
That ain't just like news stuff.
No, this is actual videos from the Live Leak channel where they don't censor it. And then there's clerks shouting.
Well, then why is this on? Why is this on YouTube? Is the YouTube not? Because I'm out of the know. Like I was saying, like with like Logan Paul and Jake Paul, I cannot even be I'm describing like how bad their content is, and then like YouTube's liking that, and then like YouTube. I would not be thinking that like YouTube would be liking like what you've been finding right here, but like it's on there anyway. Like how many subscribers does the channel got?
They hit it, but it's verified, so.
Verified? This channel's verified?
Yeah, it's verified.
Then YouTube. Like how many subscribers exactly do they got?
They hit it. I don't know why they hit it. But this this dates all the way back to 2016 is when they first started uploading.
Huh. Yeah. Well, then YouTube. If it's a big channel, well, I mean, I'm out of the know how many subscribers that you got. I mean, is YouTube paying attention to a lot of like pretty much any channel that is verified? Or does they got to be verified with, enough amount of subscribers?
No. I think you have to get like this may be different because I haven't tried to get verified. But I know that Instagram works. That you have to send them a picture of your ID, and you have to like write a thing telling them what you do in an email, and then somebody will overview it and decide whether or not you're good for verification.
I was thinking on YouTube it was just like we got to be getting a certain amount of subscribers or something.
Yeah, I think it's that, but
like how many subscribers exactly though?
I think you need to have 100K maybe. You need 100K to get monetized, so I would imagine.
I thought it was 10K though.
10K? No, you need 100K to get Actually, maybe you do need 10K. No. Yeah, I know. You need 10K to get monetized, but you're not going to get the 400 hours if you don't have 100K.
Why are you thinking that YouTube is taking a liking for creators who ain't uploading like good at all content? Like for example, Jake and Logan Paul, and like even though they're like bigger channels. And, like, it's not like, it ain't like they're paying YouTube money, YouTube's paying them. Why are you thinking that YouTube is taking a liking for those type of channels?
Because they make some money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still out of the know how anybody can be liking the Pauls.
Yeah, well, little kids, dude.
This is when are little kids watching? Like, yeah, that's another thing. Like the kids.
Because they made such a crazy amount of money for YouTube. They were pulling in like lots of views, and I can't remember. They made like one music video called "Everyday Bro."
Or something. I don't want to be hearing that again.
Oh yeah, dude, it was so bad, but it made so many views, and then so many people made hate videos on it. And then he started spiraling into where he would just get so many views just because of that.
Just because how bad it is?
Yeah.
It's like, that's like Fancy by Iggy Azalea. I mean, that's probably ain't as well known, but it's like, it's worse than Everyday Bro. and I mean, it's probably the worst song I ever heard, almost. And then like, yeah, maybe that's just got all the views because how bad it is, and like I don't want to go to school, or whatever that is, that Charlie XCX song, and whatever that one's called, that's got a bunch of memes off it, I think, but yeah, if you're trying, I hope all the views and stuff on it is just because they're trying to be making fun of it, because if somebody's liking that, then yeah, but anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, even though like they're making all the money, I mean, yeah, they really, I'm guessing that YouTube is just kind of, they're acting mindless at a lot of points. I mean, it's like they're run by bots, which a lot of YouTube is bots, but like the company itself, it's like it's being run by bots that are just seeing something that is kind of out of the ordinary or whatever that might go slightly against their content, and then just like on autopilot, auto attack, terminate, So
yeah, like
yeah,
recently, Markiplier, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he recently got a channel strike. It's been removed since then for a fake Russian road rage incident that was clearly staged in the joke, and YouTube doubled down on their policy to give one YouTuber a strike. So they went over and gave Markiplier a strike, means they didn't want to be wrong, and they just doubled down on it. And they finally admitted that they made a mistake and removed the strikes for both people.
Finally, they're admitting that they make mistakes.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude, you can go and there's you can go and just look up Markiplier strike or something. Dude, also, was it, so Face Jarvis, that I was talking about earlier? He just made a he just made a tweet saying that he is gonna go and try to stream on Twitch and stream Fortnite, which is two things that he's been banned from.
Well, okay, good that he's being resilient, but then
yeah, he's gonna so it's both people are waiting for him to go live at 6 p.m. to get immediately banned.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping he ain't, because he's obviously banned for not
He's banned for cheating.
Necessarily. Oh, well, yeah, maybe then get banned. But I was going to be saying that, and then like I was like saying about the YouTube bots, they just see one thing that might go against their stuff, and then so like they instant like autopilot terminate. But then they see somebody who's making this big channel that's successful, like, oh, there's some money there. We like that, and it's like it's making you wonder if YouTube like actually is run by bots, and with like the humans checking up on it just once a week, month, other month maybe. Sure, seeming like that. Yeah, but then also then another thing is they, like Super Mario Logan, with their channel, that was a really successful channel. Both of their channels, Super Mario Logan, and then when that was getting demonetized, and then they were getting Super Luigi Logan, that was really successful channel. Like, I'm gonna be looking right now. So Super Mario Logan, 9.4 million subscribers. That's a successful channel, but YouTube's getting them attacked, and then we also got Super 5.3 million subscribers, where they're also going to be getting themselves attacked on. And then they got their current channel. Super Bowser Logan, 4.6 million subscribers. 4.06 million subscribers. And the thing they got there is, I mean, they're successful channels, and obviously they're. I'm out of the know, like, when it was like in 2017, 18 when they got demonetized, and I'm out of the know how many subscribers they were having by then. Probably the same amount, or less, or more maybe. I would be saying less, really, but or the same, but like, I was thinking that is what YouTube is liking. Like, why are they going to be going down on that YouTuber for, doing stuff that is, slightly, because the parents are complaining about the kids seeing all this stuff, and then but they're a successful channel. But then you got right over there, you got Jake and Logan Paul, who are doing stuff that's way worse than Super Mario Logan, showing like close-ups of dead skeleton bodies. Doing, if you want to have more examples, like not as bad, but like eating a pizza in front of a homeless family, and then like I'm out of the know of like all the stuff that he's done, but there's like right there, which definitely want your kids to be seeing, like dead bodies and all that, and but then you got that, and they're thriving because they got more subscribers. They got a lot more subscribers than Super Mario Logan, which their subscribers are mostly kids. I mean, like what? According to Joe right here, he was saying that because, I mean, it's the only kind of reason I could be making sense of it, because really anyone under or over, I don't know, I'd be saying a young enough age would be realizing that stuff is garbage that they're uploading. But so they're being pretty much watched by the same fan base, because like Super Mario Logan, all that, and they a lot of their fan base is kids, and it's like not the parents, like a lot of parents have not. There's been no warnings about Jake Paul and Logan Paul, even though like Super Mario Logan, it's obvious how kids, they're bringing up points that like in the news articles that the kids would be drawn into that because they would be the kids would be drawn into that because like plushes and puppets that are like Nintendo characters, and then you got Logan Paul, which is, I mean, he's got way more subscribers, and they're also probably kids, and his content ain't even looking that appealing to kids, but it's like only kids that are looking like they're liking them because who's liking them, so I'm finding it strange that they're big channels, they're both big channels, and YouTube is just like deciding to be attacking only one of them. What's your feedback on that?
Jake Paul had to manually remove the video because it didn't get removed. There wasn't even an age restriction on the video, so YouTube was definitely playing favoritism. And also, the second he uploaded the apology video, the second he uploaded his apology video, it got #1 on trending, and trending's manually decided.
Huh. Yeah. So it's straight. It's like they're automatically, like, anything that they make is good, which it ain't. But in YouTube's standards, seeming like, I mean, that's what there is. It's like instant popularity with them, and which it obviously should not be.
I think there's a pattern that if they're bringing money and not breaking guidelines over the most random things, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there is channels that they definitely need to be terminated. Watch my video, my podcast.
Like Daniel Cohn. Oh yeah, like recently. So YouTube was like a quick ban. Leafy is here immediately overnight. They just like drone striked his channel. It was gone. But it's been 3 years, and there's this man who abuses animals and kills them, and it's still up on YouTube. It was like toxic or trash or something, dude.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know. I think he's mentally ill or something. But they just left his channel up there for him to abuse. He's breaking actual laws too.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
Yeah, and it got an actual news coverage, but YouTube just didn't do anything about it. It's been 2 years and nothing's been
YouTube. Anyway, well, that's going to be the end here. YouTube can be a sad bunch. A lot of the times, sadly, but it can be good for a lot of things. Obviously, I'm on here. I mean, you got to be coping with what you got. So, anyway, upload some good content, not trash stuff for views, because you may get views, but once you get any views, you'll get into dislikes. So anyway, that is all for now. Uploading is going to be weekly again. And hopefully there's going to be a video next week, probably Sunday, because Sunday is the day that I'm usually uploading. So, anyway, just like, subscribe, Hail Hydra, and not be creating any scams.